Oh boy. Yeah. All right. Do do do. We are live and in charge here. It's Wednesday, hump day. 2 more days to
Almost
get
there.
to where I could sleep in, maybe a little
Yep,
bit.
a
But
little
me,
bit.
for me, sleeping in is I don't really sleep in. I pretty much wake up at the same time every day. How about you?
Well,
Are you like
because
that?
no, I can't sleep late at all anymore just because I wake up the same time every single day. And so my body's
Yeah.
like, get up.
Yeah. Or
Even
my
if I wake
dogs.
up in the middle of the night, my body's still like, get up.
Hmm.
But yeah, we have lacrosse this weekend. So I'll be up bright and early at 6 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. So
Okay. Is it travel games or is it in the
local,
town?
it's a tournament, but it's local, thankfully. Everyone's
Okay.
coming to Atlanta for the tournament. So
Okay.
we don't have to go
Awesome.
far, thankfully.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. All right. Well, happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome to the Dog Gurus live discussion. Thank you for listening and watching. I'm Shantae Marquez, joined with the beautiful Amber Burkhalter. We are both
Hello.
profit network coaches at the Dog Gurus, and if you're listening live, write in the chat hello. We want to say hello to all of those viewers out there, and we love commentary and questions. So if you have any, please chime in. All right. So the Dog Gurus provides expert business guidance and has helped hundreds of pet care facilities thrive because we use comprehensive resources with proven strategies built by pet care business owners. That's right. All of the coaches at the Dog Gurus have walked in your shoes. And what we want is we want you to avoid the mistakes that we made. We don't want you to do that. We want you to learn from our mistakes. We want to learn from our wisdom. We want you to learn from the strategies that we've used that have been successful for ourselves and many other business owners in the industry. So if you need coaching, we have coaching available for a business at every single level of the phase of business that you have. So whether you're a startup to a mature business, we have group coaching available and we have one-on-one coaching available. So we got a bunch of people saying hello. So the Game Hunter
I know. I was
Gaming.
like, that's a funny name. I have to type it out. The Game Hunter.
Yeah. Tatiana, hello from Montreal. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. So, you know what, Amber, there's nothing more dangerous and exhausting than managing a play group when it's like herding chaos,
Yes.
especially at the gate. Well,
Yes.
in this session, we're going to break down how to master gate control and share a few unicorn tricks that make even the busiest yards run like magic. So let's start with like one of the most important things that every pet care facility staff member should know. Let's talk about gate control.
Yeah. So we've talked about this before. The gate that area is a real hot spot for trouble because you have sometimes several dogs going in and out a narrow space, right? So it just creates this bottleneck of space. So there are lots of reasons that we want to do gate control, but number one is safety, to keep everyone safe, the dog's safe, the handler's safe. So how do you do it? You want to start with the 3Ds. Remember, when you're training a dog or ourselves, we start with the 3Ds. So you want to start with an easy group of dogs, right? That are going to behave and are willing and want to work with you. So when we talk about the 3Ds, we're talking about duration, distraction, and distance. Distance isn't a huge part of this. However, you do want to be able to back away from the dogs and work on gate control. But you want dogs who are good with duration, meaning they will sit still for a minute and they can handle distraction. So when we're training our team, we want to start so that they succeed. You don't want to start with a group of 15 dogs at 9 a.m. who really need to get some energy out. You don't want to start a team member like that. You want them to be successful. So you want to start in the afternoon. The dogs are nice and tired, chill, maybe an older group of dogs that, kind of looks over and says, oh yeah, the door's open. The idea being that we teach the dogs when the gate is open, this is not a cue to bum rush us. But at home, it might be, right? So in my house, I know when I open my back door, my dog takes off running because it's a home. But we're trying to teach them, hey, this is not an area that we want you to bum rush us. And the reason that we do that is because if they trip or bang into each other, sometimes you can have some scuffles in those spots. And it's really nice in the afternoon, and you'll know exactly what I'm going to say. Right around 5 o'clock, 5:30, mom and dad start rolling in the parking lot, and the dogs get all fired up. But if you can just have the dogs wait until you call their name, we have some great footage of people doing this, especially in the daycare games. I love that footage of like making the dogs wait and being like, all right, Rover, it's your turn. And Rover goes out, and it's so nice, right? The dog walks out. He's happy. He's healthy. He's safe. Everyone's happy, healthy, safe. But for me, it's probably the biggest red spot in a or hot spot in a daycare and boarding
Well,
facility.
just imagine what if this was like, okay, let's say you walk into a bar, and what if everybody in the bar immediately turned their head and looked at you and ran to like put their face right in your face? Wouldn't that be just so crazy? But that's what the dogs want to do to that new dog coming into the group.
Coming in is a different ball game, right? Yeah, I'm talking about leaving, but yeah, you don't want to. This poor dog, like we're gonna put him in a party and everyone's gonna sniff his face and his butt, like welcome, like that's not awesome.
No, it's really that's a lot of stress on the new dog, but also that's coming into the group, and then of course like leaving out of the group when you're trying to get that one dog that's ready for pickup out, and then the whole dogs push through, the whole group push through. I mean, that's just not good, because then you're hurrying and throwing dogs back. But anyways, so let's show a great example. I do have one of our contestants from daycare games. They sent us some great video, and let's see if I can make this big.
Good job.
This is perfect.
Look at that. What a fabulous job.
There we go.
Bed and biscuit.
Good job, Goldie. Ooh. Pixie. Hey, Pixie.
And look how happy the dogs are. They're not stressed.
Good job, guys.
It's amazing.
Yeah, look at how good they do a group sit. He has the door completely open, and when he gives the command, they all run through.
How many dogs do you think that's? What, 13, maybe 10, something like that? Yeah. So that just tells you can do it with a nice size group.
Good job, Goldie. Ooh.
I love that.
Let me stop it here. There we go. All right. Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, I love that. I love that. You can do it with a large group of dogs too, right? It doesn't have to be, we can only do it with one or two. I don't know about you, but some of our newer staff always felt in the beginning like, I can't do that. Like that seems an insurmountable challenge. Turns out it's not, but
it's not. And when you show them for the first time, that new staff member that you can do it, they're like, whoa, they think you have a magic wand, but it's really not. It's like a lot of it is just body posture and just, having that energy of just being aware, and having your eyes on them too.
And confident. You have to be confident. You have to be really confident when you are working with any animal really, but in this case, we're talking about dogs. You don't want to appear like, I don't know what I'm doing. You don't want to be, as we say in our house, bajiggity, which means you're just kind of twitching.
Yeah. Well, I have another video. So this kind of brings me to kind of segue to one of the unicorn tricks that we're going to talk about. And that's going to be talking about posture and talking about how you carry yourself when you enter the play group, because there's like a victim kind of way of posture of way you're carrying yourself. And then there's like a royalty way that you can carry yourself, if you want to kind of think of it in those two terms. But what do you want to say about that before I show the video?
Well, when you're talking about confidence, a lot of it has to do with your posture and your energy. You talked a little bit about energy. We all know when someone comes in the room, you can feel if they are comfortable and confident, or if they don't want to be looked at, or they're kind of nervous, a little bit shy, unsure of themselves. So teaching your employees what that looks like, right? What does this actually look like as a team member? And we used to do this, kind of fun, like show me what it would look like if you weren't confident when you went in the room. And now show me what it would look like. And some of our staff would say, I don't know, I'm just not sure. Fake it till you make it. That's the best motto I have. Fake it till you make it.
Absolutely. All right. So let's talk about victim posture versus royalty posture. And I have a great video to show. Awesome. So let me go ahead and get this back up on the screen. So let's see if it's going to do it. Actually, hold on. Let me make sure I got the right screen thing. I have to reset it.
You're good.
This is.
Yeah. So when you're
Here we
talking
go.
about that posture, right? It's always, oh, here we go.
Okay. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger. Okay, here we go.
In this first section, I'll walk in slowly, looking down and slightly slouch over.
So this is victim.
These are dogs that don't know me at all. Look at how the dogs jump on me with very strong physical body language.
I mean, that's perfect, right?
Mhm.
Like they don't have any respect for her space. They're just throwing themselves into her. Oh, I love the husky. God bless.
Of course. Okay.
Walk in with head tall, carrying myself with confidence, and I'm walking faster. I'm acting as if I'm on a mission, and I'm turning away when dogs think about jumping on me. Notice how much less jumping and crowding there is.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Another leadership.
So
Shoulders back,
yep,
clear, like
shoulders
walk
back.
like you have purpose. That
Yep.
was what I would, and I used to teach my clients this too. When we would have, when I would train with their dogs, you need to walk like you have purpose, even if you don't pretend.
Yeah,
They'll treat you like a
absolutely.
trampoline, right? Like if you're just standing there looking down, they just bounce off you.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I grew up in the city, right? A little bit, kind of in the city. I mean, it's not super tough, but having I mean, I grew up in Seattle and like LA a little bit, but I wasn't like, anyways, I'm digging a hole.
We digress. We digress.
But when I was a single woman and I was going out to meet friends and I was going to the bars and stuff, there was definitely a certain manner that I walked around in the street at night.
Yeah.
Especially if I was, by myself, made sure if I had a purse on me, and often I did not carry a purse with me if I was by myself, but I certainly had my head held high.
Yep.
I was looking around. If there was somebody I was coming upon to walk past, I certainly acknowledged them and made sure that I was looking at them, or vice versa. If somebody was behind me and made sure you know what I mean? It's kind of like the same thing. You just really want to carry yourself with confidence in the same way of walking in with a group of dogs. They're going to get that energy from you and they're going to realize, oh, this is somebody that's what's going on, and to respect.
One of the ways to think about it is when we were kids, we would have a teacher, right? First day of school. And you knew, like the second you walked in that classroom, you knew if this was a teacher who was not going to mess around, or a teacher who was a little bit more like, well, I don't know, like the younger teachers, not all younger teachers, but the newer teachers, people would, right? You're like, oh, we could take advantage of her. And then you had the teacher who'd been there 15 years or whatever, who you just looked at him, Miss Funderburg. That was our fourth grade teacher. Nobody messed with Miss Funderburg. That's who you need to be, right?
That's like, when you're
confident.
When your mom shoots you a look,
yes,
and you're like, uh-oh.
Yes.
I mean, you don't have to be that crazy, but when you get to know the dogs, you really could just look at a dog and like be speaking to them with your body language, and they will be like, okay, redirect. I'm going to go this way. Right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It is amazing how much just confident, shoulders back, head up, moving with purpose, and keep moving. That was always, when we would introduce new team members to our dogs, the first thing we would say is, do not stop moving. Just walk. Just keep moving.
Yeah.
They're going to lose interest in you. They're going to realize you don't really, like, nothing major's happening here. You're comfortable and confident, and they're going to lose interest in you, and they're going to go on about their business versus just standing there. Like, then they just, I used to say, they trampoline off you, right?
Yeah.
Because there's always one who'll come running across from the yard and just hurl their body into you.
Yes. It's usually those like doodles or something like that. All right.
Adolescent doodles.
Let's talk about another unicorn trick, which is just simply body blocking, like redirecting the dog with your body or with taking space.
Yeah.
So I have another video to show. So let me tee that up here. So let me present. Okay, and this is also from Pet Guru College. So is that, no, it's gonna be this video right here. Let me make it bigger and let's play.
see this black dog stiffen as he hovers over another dog's head. A staff member walks up to the dog with good posture and the dog moves away. Watch as the boxer and Dalmatian have a disagreement. Both dogs are elevated. The boxer gets down and then begins to bark. The staff member walks toward the boxer to get him to move.
That was a body block.
Yep.
It's that simple.
That's a body block right there.
Yep.
Yep.
Here's taking space to move dogs off the playground equipment. In this clip, there's a spot in the fence the dogs have tried to climb under. Notice how the staff member constantly moves in trying to block that area.
They'll always
from the
find that
dogs.
spot.
Yes. If you want to know if you have a weak spot in your fence, put a dog in the backyard.
Yeah.
They'll find it.
But that's
Here,
body
I block
blocking.
the dogs
This is
Redirecting.
all great
as
footage.
other dogs start to enter.
It's really what you really want people to see here too is it's not a real aggressive movement. You don't have
Right.
to come in like hard. You literally are just taking space back from the dog. And you can tell when you watch our videos, those people are very confident. Those handlers, the one who had their hand in their pockets, he can't tell, very confident, right? Like just moving into that space. The hula hoop game that we talk about in daycare games, I highly recommend that. It teaches people about, oh, just imagine there's an invisible bubble. But dogs are so space conscious and it means so much to them. And that body language of stepping into them, not kneeing them, that's a very different thing. That's not what we're talking about. That's not positive training or positive reinforcement. We're just taking space gently, but firmly. And dogs will respond to that. They just move away. I mean, it's almost like water, like you just walk into it and they just move away from you. That's great footage.
I have the hula hoop if you want me to show it.
Let's show it if you can.
Okay. So then I have to reset the screen share. So here it is. All right.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Don't know me at all.
Yeah. So this is a great
Very gentle.
example. Yeah. It's very gentle. It also helps the dogs mark that space. This is a great activity for new handlers. It's great for any handler, but when you have someone who's new to your team, this can really help them understand how to control space and what that looks like around them without their hands or without any sort of aggression or aggressive movement towards the dog. You don't have to push them. You don't have to do anything. And really, if you do, some dogs are going to come back harder, right? I love this little dog.
Well, the little ones are harder to control.
They are so hard to control.
Big dogs, yeah.
They are so hard to control. This is, I highly recommend. This is great footage. We have such great footage. I mean, just years and years of it too. Like, so invaluable. Yeah, we used to have people who would start with us and be like, I just want to start with the small dogs. And we'd be like, well, really, you probably don't want to start with the small dogs. Just because they're smaller doesn't mean they're less trouble.
No. And we have our pal Fern listening.
Oh, yay.
So he had a little comment. He said, so impactful. When I worked in the playgroups, I used my body all the time and found walking into dog spaces the right way really worked. Great video.
It really
Thanks,
works.
Fern.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. All right. Yeah, so that's a couple tricks. Let's see what else. Group sits. That's a good one. Did you have anything else that you wanted to talk about before I move to that one?
Well, sometimes, just a group reset is also a really good idea. We've talked about body language and about how dogs can get, aroused very, very quickly. So you want to know that I can feel the energy in this room is starting to change. Let's make a change to the group. And sometimes that means putting a dog in a timeout. Sometimes that means just changing your group. And sometimes that can be as simple as, okay, we're inside, we're all going to go outside now, right? So we do a shift to reset the group. It can also be a different activity. So moving to a different activity. So that is where something like sit, like you were going to show us, would come in. Let's do something else. Let's not all just stand in one place and run around and bark at each other. Let's do something else and let's go outside to do it. There will be dogs, and we all know this. There will be dogs that were like, you know what, Rover? You're just too much right now. We're just going to give you a little break and let you go hang out in your den for a little bit. And that's always a great idea too for those dogs.
Yeah, I mean, what I used to always do, my thing was follow the leader. So if I
Yes.
wanted to reset the group, I would start clapping my
Yep.
hands and I would just start walking with a purpose
Hmm.
into the room and everybody would just be like, what is she doing? What's going on over there? I
Yeah.
mean, the other thing is you just want to kind of be the coolest person in the room. So the dogs start to look at what you're doing. You want to
Yeah.
look like the most fun place to be as well, without like erratic energy, but just, with in a calm, authoritative kind of way, walking around and just clapping your hands is real easy to do.
I love that you just said the coolest person in the room. I love that. I don't think I've heard that before. I do. I really love that. That's like, that is exactly what you want to be. It's
Yeah.
exactly, I mean, one of the things that we would tell
I mean,
people that I have always,
I try to be that in all aspects of my life,
well, of
but it
course.
doesn't always
I
work.
mean, that was a given. That was a given.
Yeah.
That was a given. Yeah, but be interesting. But just change what you're doing. Change the room, change the energy, do something different. Right? Like you said, come on, let's go, everybody. Let's go. We're all gonna go outside. Let's go outside and do a walk, right? Whatever it is in your facility. So yeah, that's a great idea. And then the sits are huge. I'm a huge fan of sit and name game. Sit and name game. Do we have footage on that?
I have some pictures that we can
perfect.
share that people have submitted for daycare games that are really nice. And so let's highlight them. Let's see. This person here, Milton Manor Pet Resort and Spa, doggy daycare. Let's see. I think they gave us some really good pictures here of a group sit. Oh, look at that daycare games.
Yeah.
Isn't that good? They look so happy.
They look so great. And look at how calm they are. Here's the other thing. The dogs are not only, you're not just there making sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. The dogs are counting on you to create a space for them where they feel safe and are happy. Like they're looking for you to do that, right? And look at these dogs. I mean, some of them, of course, you've got our lovely dude. Oh, I love that one. I love the doodles on the outside. Like they look begrudging, like, fine, I'll sit. But
right.
Look at the corgis. I love it. Those are great.
They had some great photos, but the original video we showed had some great. Let's see up here. Oh, what do they have here?
Perfect.
Okay.
I love this.
Yeah.
Group sits are great. It completely changes the energy.
He's practicing gate control.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, but great
now,
photos.
Where he is right there, like the one at the top left. For me, I would have said, "Hey, just take a little right there." You see, it's a different angle, but it's the same thing. They're really, really like close. Maybe you want them back a little more. This would be a great time when you take that space back. You just gently push into them. You don't need to touch them. You don't need to do anything like that. If you literally just lean into them and take one step, they will naturally back up. It's also not very stressful for them. So they are also having a good experience, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, these are great.
All right. That's enough of my show and tell there today.
I love it. I love when you do show and tell. You have great show and tell. It's a lot of fun. I love to see we have such great, the content that we have is just spans. It's unimaginable, really.
Well, and now with the new platform, we have that whole AI companion that comes along with it, where you can basically ask the AI companion, hey, show me how to body block. Not only will it give you instructions and tips, but it'll also tee up the videos for you to where you can start watching that content in our library. So it's it'll
tee it up in the video. So it doesn't, right? It doesn't just pull the video. This is one of my favorite features. It goes to the spot in the video.
Yeah.
Where whatever it is you asked, and you just go in, boom, and watch it. Yeah. That is mind blowing. That whole new platform has just been amazing.
Yeah. And I love, what makes our AI different from any other AI out there is that our AI is curated with the Dog Guru's knowledge vault. And it's fueled with the value system of the Dog Gurus. So that it's only going to recommend all positive reinforcement handling techniques. So we are just thrilled with it. People are loving it. And it's real exciting. We're in our soft launch right now, but we're about to launch it next week, I believe, to the public. But if you do want to,
right now, we think it's next week.
Yeah, I know. If you do want a sneak preview, though, you can always contact us, and I'd be happy to show you And you can jump on as an early adopter too.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and put those links in if anybody's interested. But all the footage that we showed you today, with the exception of the Facebook stuff, is from our Pet Guru College product. And that has helped thousands of pet resorts, doggy daycares, boarding facilities, grooming facilities, veterinarian practices all understand canine body language, positive reinforcement dog handling techniques, pet health, soft
Client care,
people skills, team
Yep.
skills, communication skills, equipment,
Yep.
pet health, work safety,
Yep.
all that stuff. And we have a new role in there, which
I was
is
about
the
to say,
canine,
we're going to talk about the new one that's only on the new platform.
yeah, it's the canine cosmetologist role. So
Yeah.
if you want to teach your staff how to bathe and brush with techniques that are grounded in safety and positive reinforcement handling techniques, our very own Samantha Pela has created that course for us, and it is amazing. She is so good at this. So she is such an expert. Yeah. So let me go ahead and find these
It
links.
goes through tools and how to bathe and how to brush out. And I mean, all the things that you need someone to know. And it's done, again, with our values in mind. So it's all done in a positive way for the dog. It's really nice.
Absolutely. So if you want a sneak peek at this new platform, I'm going to go ahead and put my demo link in here. And I'll put demo AI platform. You can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I know Shantae would love to show it to you.
Absolutely. All right. And we're coming down to the end of our time here. Do you want to tell them about our Facebook group? Know Your Pet, or Grow Your Pet Care Business?
So come on over, Grow Your Pet Care Business. I think it has like 5,000 members now. It's a pretty big group of people. Very friendly. Everyone is really open and sharing and talking about their experience. They do what I like to call experience share. So there's a lot of that. All different kinds of pet facility owners are on that Facebook page. We would love to see you there. I don't think there is one on Facebook that is as impactful as that one. I haven't found it. So highly recommend for sure. And you can meet all different kinds of people all across the country that have tried different things. The thing I really like about it is if someone posts in there, hey, I don't know what to do about X, 25, 30, 40 people will immediately give an experience share. And that's invaluable. It's invaluable.
Yeah, it's a great community.
The only rules we have is be nice, right?
Be nice and
no
no
selling. Be nice
is what we ask. Yeah, we try to keep it just purely a platform to help each other.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and put in that link. So if you're interested in joining that group, you can certainly do that. All right.
There for sure.
Thank you for watching, and everybody have a great rest of your week and safe weekend. And we'll see you next week, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.